What's going on, everybody? This is Chris Classic dropping a third live 3 nights in a row. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Nobody tells you that God loves you. Christ loves you, and I love you as well. I'm praying for you guys, and I hope you guys are praying for me. Make sure you subscribe to the Take It Home podcast where I talk about professional wrestling topics, and I put up my matches as Classic Alpha, a professional wrestler. Make sure you also subscribe to C3 Ultimate Wrestling. That is me and my wife's professional wrestling company. We have our next show August 30th called The 11th Hour, Team C3 versus Team Board. Winner takes the company back over. We got championship matches. Joseph Albert Credit goes against the C3 Ultimate Wrestling champion D'Angelo Steele. We got the Phoenix Princess debut Amina Belmont against the Queen of Mean, the C3 Ultimate Wrestling Women's Champion Renee Van Peebles. We got Tony Thunder versus the Cobra. We have a fatal four-way scramble. We have a lot of great matches that you guys do not want to miss. What's going on, Robert Brown? I forget. What's going on? Y'all have any questions? Y'all want to talk about anything wrestling-wise? I'm on the way home. I can be home in like 20, 30 minutes, depends on the traffic. Whatever you guys want to talk about, as long as it's something that respects the business, I don't mind. If not, then I'll just be basically rambling. I'll be rambling about certain situations. What's going on, Arshawn? Hey, Belmont got that British accent. She might be my new fave. Yeah, that. From the stuff that I've seen, that lady is cold. That is a fierce competitor. I've seen her before. I've heard about her a couple of years ago and stuff, so how it even came to be is very dope. Looking forward to the match, the women's match. You know what I'm saying? You watch SmackDown? No, I did not. I was at work. The only things I see, like, usually I don't watch shows live because I watch it just the clips. Like Raw on Netflix, I don't even watch that like that because it's just like sometimes the ads take me out and sometimes I don't get excited about some of the stuff. It's not their fault. Maybe it is. I don't know. But usually I look at the clips. I know that people said that the Hogan tribute was nice. I know a lot of it. They did the 10-bell salute. I know that they had people cheering and chanting Hogan's name while it was going on. And people went to Facebook and they talked about it because they was like, oh, y'all some hypocrites. Y'all was booing him when he was alive. I have so much stuff and that can go into like a million pockets. But if we go there tonight with that, we will. It's not going to be a crash out. It's basically going to be a reflection through certain things, right? So we'll see. I'm cool now. I'm cool and content. But right now I'm very cool. SmackDown had the best paced show in about 6 to 8 months. And hearing that from you, I believe you are, Sean, because you've been very critical, critically drinking, of course, of the shows and like the formats and the pacing and stuff like that. And it was like, I don't know if it's been like since this year started or after WrestleMania 40, but it just seems like, I don't want to say that they got lazy, but I don't think they put their best foot forward when it comes to certain things. I don't know if it's because people are spending an arm or leg and they firstborn and gas unleaded for these tickets or what. I don't know what it is, but I do feel like some stuff can be better. You know, I don't know why Backlash still like lingers in my head about all of the interferences and cheatings, and it just hasn't been very paced well. And even championships and stuff, people love the Street Profits and look at what happened to them. It's just like the pacing has definitely been off with SmackDown, and SmackDown used to be the premier show. Like people was watching SmackDown because of the bloodline and other things like that, and people ate off of their storyline. So they definitely got lazy. They did better today. Or how they said stuff. And that's the thing though, it's like y'all have the Lowenthal to do great and to be consistently great. It's just that y'all choose not to. And it's just like, if you want these people to be saved, there's better ways to do it than what you guys are doing. You can't just say, here, it's just a wrestling show. We're WWE. Like some of these people, they are invested. And to me, if you're spending your money, regardless if it's $5, $10, or $200, you should want to at least put your best, because that money could have went to something else. They could have been invested in something else. It could have went to another wrestling company. So I do think that they need to work on that for sure. I mean, people love Cody, they love LA Knight, they love all of these guys and stuff like that. But at the same time, you could still do a little better with certain stuff, you know. We talked about last week about how I didn't even like the Cody Rhodes and John Cena segment, and like Cody forced Cena to sign, and even Cody just going through, putting him through the table with the contract. It was just so weird because it was just, it was I want to say it was out of character, and then it was just like, hey, it just didn't work. Let's see. They definitely get this. Not to get entirely off topic, Lil Wayne got a song dedicated to Hogan. I heard about it. You know, I also know that Wayne had a song dedicated to Kobe and stuff. And like I said, if you love what the man did, that's fine. If you don't like what he did, or you saying, hey, I don't care about him, that's fine too. I think that people overstep boundaries was when you try to tell people how to feel. You know, I think, hey, to each their own with that certain situation. You know what I'm saying? WE got way too many ads. Yeah, the Netflix thing, like nothing on Netflix has ads except like the live stuff, or like the live events and stuff. And I can watch all this other stuff, and I don't have to. Even like HBO Max, right? They have ads, but it's not that bad. It's like, if anything, they'll probably be like, I don't know if they changed it because it's been a while since I've been on HBO Max, but it usually be at like the beginning and maybe the end or whatever like that. It depends. But yeah, the ads, at least they give you a timer, which I do like, just in case you're cooking or you gotta set something up. But yeah, you know, I made videos about it before I've said it. I was like, man, I ain't gonna be watching Raw Memphis. I don't care. That's accessible to me now. I'm just not about to watch it. I just don't get excited like I used to. I'm too busy trying to worry about C3 and a whole bunch of other stuff. And I'll watch the clips and then I'll talk about it. And if something is worth watching, I'll definitely look at it. So you and your prime versus Hogan, who winning? I think that'll be would have been one of the greatest matches alive. I think I don't know, you know. That's actually a good question. That actually is a good question. It'd definitely be a great match. I'll definitely say that. Do you like loud bass? When I'm from Texas, so we like loud stuff. Every time I come down this area, it reconnects. What are you taking it now? I'm probably taking it up. See, I don't know. He probably would have kicked out at one. You know, the joke that people would say about Hulk Hogan is, that doesn't work for me, brother. So that's probably would have been something he said would have happened. But if it was just for the sake of the business, it would have been like a good match. Speaking of, you know, if you guys do want to hear like a laugh or whatever like that, I know a lot of people like looking at, I'm not driving through Gary. I'm actually in Chicago Heights. It might not be no better, but still. Anyway, Hulk Hogan versus Shawn Michaels at SummerSlam. I forgot what year it was. And if you look at Shawn Michaels, he is like overzealous with his moves and stuff because he was upset because Hogan did not want to give him a rematch. So it was a one and done. And Shawn Michaels felt a certain way. So if you look at the match, just watch how funny, just watch how Shawn Michaels act because of certain things, politics and deals and things like that. Definitely like a must watch. And honestly, it still is a great match. A lot of people still love that match. But still, yeah, the Hogan situation, you know, still people are still either reeling from it or like they are like going to war. Like, I know some people, man, he sold everything. Like, hey, I'm gonna use that. He sold everything like an auction. I like that. I'm gonna use that one. He did. He took a big boot. Then he got up and then he just rolled back on his back. It was just funny, but it was enjoyable. Now, me not like being a wrestler at the time and watching it, I was like, man, this match is pretty good. But now you just understand why he did that and the way he did it. But it didn't take away from the match. It didn't make the match look dumb. It didn't make Hogan look dumb. It didn't make Shawn Michaels look dumb. Still was a great match. So that was a great thing to see. So I recommend watching that for sure. Didn't he almost do a headstand? Yeah. Shawn Michaels did a thing where he would like do a handstand and he would like flip to where he's sitting on top of the top rope. Then he'd roll backwards and then go in into either somebody's clothesline, big boot, choke slam. Like Shawn Michaels was that guy, you know. consider him that guy. So still, like a lot of people think that he has another match in him. Now, I do think his last match should have been against AJ Styles. I'm gonna always say that, and I made a video about it. His last match shouldn't have been him and Triple H versus Kane and The Undertaker. Now, you guys know how much I love the Kane and The Undertaker. But when you look at that match at Crown Jewel and how bad he was, Triple H tore his arm up, messed his arm up. Shawn Michaels was bald. His scarf came off. Kane mask came off. All of these guys look old and tired. Did I forget to say that Shawn Michaels was bald? I'm just saying. That match definitely should have been Shawn Michaels versus AJ Styles. That was the match. The last one of the dream matches that people wanted to see. I did not want to see old DX against old Brothers of Destruction. And I grew up watching them and I love them guys. But that definitely was one of the matches I was like, why? Because y'all making a lot of money? Come on, man. And they all laughed at that match. That match was hot dumpster juice. Man, it's crazy. But the Hogan thing, man, I ain't even gonna lie, like wrestling related, I don't think I've ever seen my timeline be like so divided where they're like going to war. Like some people are blocking people because they like him, and some people are blocking because people hate him. One guy was like he blocked 25 people on his timeline because they said stuff or he didn't like their death memes and all of this stuff and all that. I'm like, man, I still had to go to work today. I still had to go to work today. If anything, I'm not really posting about it. I'm going to speak about it because, one, we just talking about it. But it's not like something like I just got to say. Because if something bothers me, I probably won't post as much about it. And I'll probably talk at my house about it and leave it. Outside of like small things. It's not something that lingers with me for a long time. Like I said, the dude said some bad stuff. Obviously, some people forgave him. Don't matter if they was black or white. Shout out to Michael Jackson. And some people have not. That's people's choice. You know what I'm saying? As a promoter, booker, writer, why do people hold off on dream matches? They know injuries and contracts. Because I'll say this. Sometimes wrestlers deny it because either they don't feel like they're going to be in shape, and then sometimes wrestlers want a lot of money. And sometimes promoters don't want to pay these people a lot of money to come in. Dream matches that people want to see, we rarely get. Goldberg and Brock was a big dream match of mine at WrestleMania 20. I noticed that those men were leaving. That was like their final match from WWE, and people booed it. And they did try to do some things, and I actually enjoyed it. That was like one of my last dream matches that I like wanted to see that actually happened. I'm trying to think. Well, no, AJ Styles and John Cena, that was a dream match too, because AJ was the face of TNA and John Cena was the face of WWE. So I think that was like the last one like I thoroughly enjoyed. And I remember when Sting even came to WWE, a lot of people was like, oh, Sting versus Undertaker, because everybody wanted to see that match. Now, those two are my favorite wrestlers, right? I did not want to see that match because they were not in shape for that match. They would never be in shape for that match. Sting was holding ropes to even throw punches and stuff like that. He couldn't do the stuff. Undertaker was just out here just showing up at WrestleMania and stuff. It just wouldn't work. But dream matches usually are very expensive. That's the most thing. That's the most thing of it. Cena and Rock was good too. Both of their matches was good. I thought it was funny. The first match was called Once in a Lifetime, and then the second match should have been called Psych, because that's exactly what happened. They psyched everybody. They said, hey, y'all thought it was over? Nah, we gonna run it back. Because they just blew that Bianca. They're spreading it. Pause. No diddy. I think they're waiting for maybe next year's WrestleMania. I thought we would have saw Bianca versus Charlotte by now. That is a match that I really want to see. I want to see Rhea and Bianca, and a lot of people, I made videos about Rhea and Bianca saying this is going to be a great match. They teased it this year, but then the monkey wrench was Io Sky with the situation and all that. Now is Rhea, Io, and Naomi and stuff. The Bianca and Rhea thing should definitely be like coming up soon. I would hope. I think they should save it for WrestleMania, or maybe start it at SummerSlam or Survivor Series. Like you can stretch out matches and have a feud in at WrestleMania. It's definitely okay. I promise it'll be okay. Like I said, Charlotte and Bianca, that'll be good. I think Jade and Bianca would have a good match. I think Bianca is great with certain things and all of that stuff. I think that would be kind of dope as well. Which promotion other than C3 would you want to take over with the current roster? That's a good question, Arshawn. That is a great question. Business wise, I would say WWE because of the money that they're making and the stuff that they're generating and the deals and stuff. But the and the hard worker in me would say like AEW, because I feel like they do have a lot of potential, but I think they squander it. I think they squander the potential that they have because either they're harping on older wrestlers, or a lot of the wrestlers, they're not trained or they're not ready for certain things and they don't even know how to cut a promo. So business wise, definitely for success and making a lot of money would be WWE. But if I like wanted to like build something and mold something and prove something, it would definitely be AEW for sure. It'll definitely be AEW. 1 second, y'all. Okay. I'm at Wendy's. Y'all want something from Wendy's? All right, guys.
Hi, may I help you?
Yes. Can I get a large strawberry Fanta?
All right, is that it for you?
Can I get a small fry? That'll be all.
A large strawberry Fanta and a small fry?
Yes, please.
Second window,
All
thank
right,
you.
thank you. All right. Yeah, all right, Sean. Them Frosties, them new swirl Frosties, that was pretty good. I had the chocolate one. One thing I see they got like a Taki sandwich. I don't know if I'm gonna use that, man. That thing, I'm gonna call it Toma, aka tow my stomach up. All right, hold on, give me my wallet. Oh.
Yeah, I love you too. 323.
There you go. All right, thank you. Thank you.
Car one more time.
Say it again.
Car one more time.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
No, one side.
Waiting on the fries, guys. Sorry about that. I didn't think it was gonna take so long. Please forgive me. Um, there's
I thought he had a small fry, but you didn't bring it up. Oh, did you give me a drink? Yeah.
thank you.
Sorry about
All right,
that.
no problem. All right. My goodness. Please forgive me, y'all guys know I don't like to like be live and like try to get stuff, but I didn't think it was gonna take so long as far as Wendy's. But yeah, oh man, man, work ethic and work etiquette is just so bad. Like I don't know if you guys heard that guy curse, but he just cursed real loud. Like on top of that, while I was waiting for the stuff, he was telling somebody that he loved them and stuff. So I'm like, man, like I don't know what it is with these young folks. And there was an older lady in there. I guess she the manager. She named it was in there cussing too. But man, I don't know what's going on with the work ethic, man. It's like, man, people be like, man, the job need me more than I need the job. But I do apologize. I didn't expect it to be that long, and I didn't want to like really speak because, like I said, that window was open too. So I haven't tried them. They closed almost all the Wendy's around me. 3 of them. Oh yeah. I like their fries. Wendy's has great fries, and I love their spicy chicken sandwich. However, they changed up the thing. Like now, when you get a spicy chicken sandwich, they give you 1 tomato and a half of a piece of lettuce with some mayonnaise. It's like it's no magic to it. Wendy's went down when they stopped having the fries and the stuff in the yellow and red box. Dang, Hulk Hogan just passing the Hogan colors. When the Hogan colors of the boxes and stuff was good, that was great. They changed the format of the fries and all of that stuff. And I used to love their salt. Their salt was just so great. But yeah, the Frosties is one of the next other. Now I forgot what we're talking about because that took longer than expected. Like I said, I do apologize for you. I do apologize to y'all. Strawberry pop hitting, man. McDonald's lost their magic when they dropped the Hogan colors too. I agree. Look, the nuggets used to be so good when the meat in the inside was yellow. When they was like, oh, well, we gonna change it up and we gonna be a healthier approach. What is that? What did y'all give me? Y'all get the raccoon knuckles back. Please bring them back. I remember the nuggets used to break them. It used to be like a little yellow inside. Had like a little yellow hue. Now I don't know if it was actually chicken nuggets or not, but them taste a lot better than what they had. The spicy McChicken sandwiches. Oh my gosh, they were so red. Now it's like orange, and it's just, man, those spicy McChicken sandwiches used to be so good, man. The only thing that kept consistent at McDonald's is the fries. I feel like for the most part, the fries have tasted the same. They messed up the apple pies, man. The apple pies used to have so much filling in it. Now it's just like, I don't know what it is. It's like, I ain't trying to eat no pie just for the crust. I'm sorry. I like the filling and stuff. And that stuff used to be so good. The chocolate chip cookies is all right and stuff, but yeah, they definitely changed up a lot of their stuff. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I used to love like the steak, egg, cheese bagel and stuff. Sometimes I don't even have that. That's dang near seasonal. But yeah. Get this turn. 11th hour around the corner. How are you preparing for the inevitable surprise cheat gimmick the board is going to do? What's the saying? Sometimes I stay ready so I don't have to get ready. They threw everything at me. I faced friends. They had my wife wrestle. They messed my matches up. They giving other people a hard time. You know, my head is on a swivel because my tag partners are the ARC and they have done things to win championships. I don't know if you've seen Arshawn, but back in the day, there was a time where Mercer and Mr. Young, they acted like they was about to fight and stuff, and they did that all the way up to the C3 Ultimate Wrestling Championship, and that's how Miles Mercer was a champion. So it's just like, I just feel like I can't trust really anybody except Kenny, you know, if there's anything, because Kenny, you know, he learned from his mistakes, like being involved in certain things in my matches and stuff, and, you know, he's always had my back, for sure. It's just with the ARC, it's just a different thing. It's just a different ball game, you get what I'm saying? But yeah, I've been working out too, man. Man, it's crazy. It's just like, man, it's just like, I feel like this is the strongest I've ever been as far as like working out and like being consistent. Like, I have a workout set with weights in the basement, but right by there I have my video games, my Switches, my PlayStations and stuff, and I used to get so distracted that like I wouldn't even work out. But I've been like very consistent with like working out and stuff like that. So I'm actually proud of myself. Now, the drinking water part is something that I need to work more on, man. Like, water to me, I don't know, it's because I drink other stuff besides water. Water's so nasty to me. But I know I need it. It's essential, obviously. Don't want to die. So, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's how I'm getting ready. It's just like, you know, sometimes you have to expect the unexpected. And that's exactly what I'm going to do when it comes to the board. When you get control of your company, can we get a Kevin versus Kevin match? Or is Xander fired? That's a good question about what I would even want to do with them when we win. Like, do I want to make them suffer like they made me suffer? Do I want them just out of the company so they don't connive and do anything? Because that's a good question. As far as Kevin versus Kevin Young Sr. has to be trained and you know what I'm saying, like, you know, he been saying he been wanting to do some small stuff, you know, he been trying to do a little razzle dazzle and stuff like that. You wouldn't be surprised you see Yella in there reffing for the light skins and being the voice of C3, and then he'll try to be the fist and the feet of the C3. So you never know, man. It happens. This strawberry pop ain't have to crack like that, man, for real. Makes no sense. Imagine Nameless. I wouldn't be surprised if they did make merch for him. Or it, or whatever it is. I think people love characters that are very mysterious and people don't know much about. And I think that people would like buy those kind of things, you know. I've never seen a wrestler like Nameless, you know, and I don't like his affiliations. Look like he's held against his will because of that medallion that, you know, Kev brought to the game. But that's neither here nor there. We let that go. We moved on. But still, you know, introducing the opponent, me. Hey, that would be kind of dope. That would definitely be dope. For sure. But I was gonna say, yeah, man, food is definitely different. I do know that like people are companies and stuff, they're trying to be approved by USDA and stuff. So a lot of the stuff they like change like their food, they change their ingredients and stuff like that because some of the stuff is trying to be a healthier approach. Fast food really isn't a healthier approach, but the fact that they try to be more healthy with fast food is crazy. And what makes it more crazy is the salads and stuff is like more expensive than the quarter pounders and stuff like that. The salads be $10 by themselves. You get a quarter pounder meal for the day and they're the same price. The salad be like $8 without a drink. And then they be mad when you want extra salad dressing. First of all, let me just say this. I only know this because my wife be wanting salads. I personally would never go to a fast food restaurant and order a salad. Are you crazy? I gotta get something with grease in it or something. Salt. I gotta get something. I would never, I'm telling you guys now, never go to a fast food restaurant and order something healthy like a salad. I would never go and order water unless somebody else wanted or whatever. The only time I order salads is when my baby wants a salad. I would never do that. If I want a salad, I'll make one at home. And that's sad because I should think about that with other foods and stuff like that and chicken and all that. I could definitely do that at home and stuff and have as much as I want. You know what I'm saying? I get zero sugar soda. It's always rumors about the zero sugar sodas and zero and diets. Is that people be like, oh, it's worse than the actual soda, and I don't know, because when I try the zero stuff, man, that stuff be tasting sweeter than the actual soda. That is supposed to be the half diet or half sweetened stuff. You know, I grew up with my grandmother and my great grandmother. They used to have like sweeteners. You know, they don't call it sugar. You know, Equal and Sweet and Low and all of this other stuff. And it was just like, I used to, being a kid, just being, you know, wanting something sweet, I used to just eat them out the pack. You know, I'm like, man, like, this stuff's sweeter than sugar, but it had a bad aftertaste, like a super bad aftertaste, especially Equal, because my great grandmother, she used to put it in her coffee and stuff like that, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like, but I like the sweetness of it. So, you know, but like diet and things like that, you know, my wife, she would get like Diet Starry and certain things, and like some people say like they have better benefits. It's just to cut sugar. It's not for like, you know, just to cut sugar, because sugar is everywhere. And one of my homies, he's like cutting sugar out of his diet, and I'm proud of him, because, you know, dodging sugar is very hard, because you could probably cut sugars from like cookies and snacks and stuff, but some stuff like fruits and stuff, natural sugar, natural sweetness and stuff like that, and the consumption of that, you dang near gotta be careful with stuff like that. So definitely understand, like, you know, because the way he drinks tea, he doesn't drink tea with sugar, and I'm like, you need sugar with tea. Like, that is diabolical to even just drink hot tea with no sugar, or to drink coffee with no sugar. But he says it's more of a healthy benefit, and I tried it before, and I was like, oh my god, like, if I ever knew what a crayon tasted like, that would be an inclination in itself right there. So for sure, feels like getting a Diet Coke. Okay, but then I'll be eating. I lost a lot of weight switching to zero sugar, but then after I plateaued, I started eating more sweets. I need at least 1 spoon of sugar on honey. Yeah, when I was honey is a great sweet replacement. When I was in church, my previous church, Pastor encouraged us to do something called the Daniel fast. And what the Daniel fast is basically you don't eat meat, and you don't really eat stuff that's like manufactured. So you eat vegetables and stuff like that. And sugar, you couldn't have like, you know, sugar like the packs of sugar and stuff. So first of all, let me say I'm proud of myself for that, because let me tell y'all, man, the way I was eating spinach and potatoes and stuff, and man, it was definitely difficult to do that situation. But we used to make lemonade with lemons, water, and honey, and it used to be so good. I ain't gonna lie, I had more honey than what I needed to, but still, it was a great sweetener. It was a great alternative to the stuff that we had and the stuff that we was enjoying. So I definitely understand, like, as honey as definitely a sweet replacement. I do need to like fast more and stuff. And, you know, my oldest son, he's fasting, and he's like drinking water and stuff, and he's not eating as much. So that's very interesting. I need so definitely, like, I know that I definitely need to try to work out a little bit more than what I'm doing as well. But yeah, thank y'all for rocking with me. I just pulled up though. But yeah, I was like, man, I'll probably do this tomorrow too. If my, hold on. I know almost every time I come home, my car automatically connects to my wife's Bluetooth. I remember one of the last times before yesterday and the day before, it was like Nasty Girl was on. I'm like, what the heck? And you would think she was listening to that, and she wasn't. She was asleep. It's just something, I don't know if it's Spotify on her phone I don't know what it is, but it like connects to my car automatically. And I think it's because when we first got the car, her phone connected, like they connected that first. I don't know what it is, but the bad part is she don't even listen to music like that. So I don't even know where that came from unless she has a double life. And I'd be scared. I'd be scared because I don't want her to be a Linktree Lassie. Y'all know what I mean when I say a Linktree Lassie. I don't want her to be a Linktree Lassie. But yeah, shout out to you, Arshawn, man. Appreciate everything that you continue to do. Been official sponsor for C3 Ultimate Wrestling. Shout out to Robert Brown. I don't know if he dipped out or not. So shout out to y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for keeping me company and driving all the way home. And once again, sorry for dealing with the cursing out of people on Wendy's and all of that stuff and all that craziness, man. I don't know what it is, man. This is people crazy. But you guys have a wonderful night. This is Chris Classic. Let's take it home.